The past Old Firm derby saw its fair share of controversy. If you've been following the channel over the past couple of days, you'll notice that we have covered the fallout from the game quite extensively, certainly one of the most eventful Old Firms of the season. With fans allowed back in the stadiums, drama and controversy was inevitable. In today's video, we have a huge update on a shocking incident which occurred during last weekend's Old Firm clash. We will look into this in today's video, whilst also going over all the latest Rangers news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. But first, the BBC have censored the Union Bears banner that was unveiled in Rangers' game against Celtic on Sunday on their flagship sports scene show. The banner depicted Graham Souness holding a shotgun with the words "Take aim" at the rebel scum written on the bottom. The display has since been seized by the police and is the subject of a criminal investigation. The Union Bears have taken financial advantage of the debacle, releasing t-shirts of the banner priced at £20 each. The BBC blurred it out on Sportscene. Rangers were highly critical of the banner after their 1-1 draw with Celtic on Sunday. A club spokesperson said, "We also acknowledge that the banner display prior to kickoff crossed the line and was unacceptable. Our approach to supporter displays has always been built on trust, with the responsibility placed on groups to exercise good judgment. We will reflect on how these displays are managed and engage with supporter groups to ensure the right balance of trust, responsibility, and oversight is maintained moving forward." Rangers is proud of its passionate fan base, and we all share a duty to protect the standards and reputation of our club. Rangers return to action next weekend when Aberdeen visit Ibrox in the third round of Scottish Premiership post-split fixtures. Now in a huge update regarding a shocking incident which occurred at the most recent Old Firm game. A Celtic fan who was caught on camera appearing to mock the Ibrox disaster at the Old Firm game on Sunday has been sacked from his job. It comes after shocking video footage of the supporter mocking the tragedy went viral on social media. In the clip, the man, who has now been named as Darren Mallock, can be seen taunting fans by displaying the numbers 66 on his phone screen. He then goes on to show the numbers with his fingers after putting his mobile phone away. The vile incident was filmed at Ibrox Stadium during Sunday's Rangers vs Celtic clash. The number is in reference to the 66 Rangers fans who lost their lives in the Ibrox disaster 54 years ago, in a crush after an Old Firm game on January 2nd, 1971. The fans' employer has since announced his role as a project manager has been terminated in the wake of the shameful images, according to reports. A spokesperson told the media, "We can confirm that an individual has been dismissed from our employment following an incident involving completely unacceptable behaviour at the recent Rangers v Celtic football match. As a company, we hold all employees to the highest standards of conduct, both inside and outside the workplace. In line with our disciplinary procedures, we will not tolerate or condone this behaviour. We believe that Police Scotland is also investigating this incident, and therefore we are unable to make any further comment on the matter." Earlier today, Rangers Football Club slammed the abhorrent mocking of the disaster. It said that the tragedy, which took place in 1971, remains the darkest day in the club's history. Police earlier confirmed they were investigating the clip, with inquiries currently ongoing. A spokesperson for Rangers said, "The Ibrox disaster remains the darkest day in our club's history and continues to affect a number of families to this day. The mocking and celebration of any tragedy is abhorrent and has no place in any football stadium or society as a whole." Furious football fans from all sides bashed the clip after it was posted on X. One labelled it as pathetic behaviour, while another wrote, "Banter is one thing, but that's not banter. That's subhuman taking joy in others dying because they supported a team they hate." A third encouraged the Parkhead side to ban the man. "Life ban for this scumbag," then tagging Celtic FC. A Police Scotland spokesperson said, "We are aware of the incident and inquiries are ongoing." In other news, Rangers duo Kieran Dowell and Ben Davies could reportedly depart the club on a permanent basis this summer. The pair are currently on loan at English League One outfit Birmingham City, where they have helped break the record for the number of points gained in a single EFL season. Birmingham are heading back to the Championship next term, and they have discussed the permanent acquisitions of Dowell and Davies, claims Birmingham World. Indeed, it is said that because Rangers weren't keen on keeping the duo when initially loaning them out, transfer negotiations could potentially be straightforward. Davies has spent the full campaign on loan at St Andrews. Dowell, on the other hand, made the move mid-season after being deemed surplus to requirements at Ibrox. He has since played 23 times for his loan club, scoring 5 goals and assisting as many. Birmingham boss Chris Davies made his stance on Dowell's situation clear in March. He's definitely someone I've been really encouraged by since he's come in, and from my point of view, I want players like that here, he said. My communication is always around that stuff with Craig, squad management and planning, and who I think can really help us. And I think Kieran has done really well. I don't know the exact context of what's happening there with him, but it's definitely something we will have to look into. Finally, Rangers interim manager has admitted Danilo and Oscar Cortez have to do more in training to force their way into contention for the starting 11. Neither forward featured in the starting lineup against Celtic, as they were both named on the bench at Ibrox. Danilo was thrown into the mix in the 93rd minute as he replaced Mohamed Diomande with Cortez, an unused sub in the 1-1 draw in the final derby meeting between Celtic and Rangers this season. Both players have only fairly recently returned from lengthy injury absences, with Ferguson cognizant that their efforts in training will likely be in a totally different training regime, as he branded Ibrox prep on a weekly basis as really intense. But Ferguson, who is in charge until the end of the season, confirmed both players have to do more to force their way into the starting lineup, as he hinted they could feature prominently before the end of the season. Ferguson said, "They're obviously in the squad, but in terms of picking them, I have a decision. You can only pick 11 players. I've watched what happens on the training ground. I see the opposition we've come up against and who'll suit to play against them. But everybody's got an opportunity. They just need to work hard to force their way in. I think the two of them are good players, but they need to do more. They understand that. It's not just a case of you just get in the team for the sake of getting in the team. You need to be in the team on merit. I think you ask the two of them, I think they would agree they have to do more, but also you've got to remember they have had long-term injuries. So it has taken a bit of time for them to get up to speed. It's probably a totally different training regime than they've had before, because the training is really intense. But look, that's why you carry a squad. And maybe before the end of the season, they may get an opportunity. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so make sure you join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.